You're listening to Being Mr. Fool. We gotta tell the guys at work to change the tagline.
We don't need to do it. We don't need to do a tagline. We don't need to do it. It's a bonus episode.
We gotta tell the guys at work.
We don't move on.
We simply must tell the guys at work about this.
I'm just gonna start adding variations to that tagline.
I've already started.
Oh my god. Continue.
My name is Lisa Dupe, and I am Mr. Boop.
No. My name is Ryan Pfeiffer, and I'm Mr. Fool.
Oh yeah, I'm Mr. Fool.
I pity the fool that listens to Being Mr. Fool.
You know that he had Mr. T, and I hate to get on tangents on this shit.
Oh my god, Mr. right T, as like literally the first minute.
Okay, he had a TV show that only aired in England called World's Craziest Fools, which was like America's Craziest Home Videos. Except
this is gonna be the whole episode now.
It was hosted by him, and he'd just commentate over these videos of people, you know, being crazy and like hurting themselves, and he's like, "That is so crazy! I pity the fool."
He should like host a game show or something. I don't know why he doesn't.
Yeah, it ran for like one season and only aired in the UK, which is weird considering he's an American celebrity.
Yeah, that's like Mr. Bean being in that Chinese movie. Hey, we mentioned Mr. Bean. Hey, yeah, we gotta mention Mr. Bean. It's the bonus episode.
Oh yeah, this is a bonus episode.
I forgot. I just introduced the bonus episode. Man, he has not acted
thank
much.
Thank you for listening to Being
Mr. T. Being Mr. T. Oh my god, that works. Mr. Fool is the enemy of Mr. T. He's the anti-Mr. T.
He's not the enemy of Mr. T. As Mr. T doesn't feel much anger towards.
Well, he feels
pity.
He's like his rival, but Mr. T doesn't even give him the time of day. He's like started as like he's like, I hate Mr. T. I'm going to make a name for fools everywhere. I'm going to be Mr. Fool. And then Mr. T's like, who are you, fool? I don't pay attention to no fools.
And I feel like he's more like to Mr. Fool. He's like, oh,
I want Mr. T to have a superhero, a tongue-in-cheek superhero cartoon now, like Mike Tyson Adventures, Mike Tyson Mysteries, but with Mr. T, Mr. T is like a crime-fighting guy, and then Mr. Fool is like this pathetic guy who wants to be his rival, but Mr. T's like, I don't care.
I prefer if it was like, you'd expect him to be like, I pity you, or whatever, but he's like, oh, Mr. Fool, how sad it is that you exist this way.
Yeah.
I feel pity for you.
Or maybe he's not even like a crime-fighting guy. He just wanders into these like scenarios where he saves the day because he's Mr. T. He's like goes out to get coffee, and it's like Mr. T, I have come to challenge you, and he's like, shut up, fool.
Mr. T, I'm here to get you on a plane. And he says, I don't want to be on a plane.
What?
That's a famous line from the A-Team. He's like, I don't want to get on no plane.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't get on planes. Doesn't like them. At least not in that TV series. I don't know how real Mr. T feels about it.
I pity the fool who get on a plane. He has not acted much in the last
No, I think
he's not acted. He's acted like twice in the last decade. I mean, I guess no, there was that show you said but that's not acting. But
World's Craziest Fools.
He has played himself a few times in the last decade.
I mean, he's famous for playing himself. So
yeah. Well, the one if we don't count like him playing himself,
DJ Khaled looking at
then he literally filmography.
Wait.
Only he's only not played himself once in the last decade.
DJ Khaled looking at Mr. T's filmography.
Actually, that was in 2010. So he hasn't played himself. He hasn't played anyone but himself at all in the last decade. Because that was 2010. This role.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Congratulations, fool. There's just an episode of Mr. T Adventures where he goes out like to hang out with DJ Khaled, who also plays himself. Maybe DJ Khaled gets kidnapped and he's like, "You got yourself into this mess, fool." He has to end every sentence with "fool."
It's a tick.
It kind of is. What is Mr. T's real name again? It's
BJ Baraka. I'm pretty sure.
Lawrence. Turad. But I think he legally changed his name to Mr. T.
No way. I don't believe. You know that.
I'm pretty sure he legally changed his name to Mr. T.
The leader of the band and the Mysterians, most famous for the song 96 Tears, legally changed his name to ? After the song was a hit.
So did Questlove. Probably not. All right, wait. Now I have to. Hang on. 1 second.
Lawrence. I thought his name was BJ Baraka. Am I thinking of someone else? B.A. Baracus was his character in the A-Team. Okay. And B.A. stands for bad attitude. I think, honestly, if I was in charge of this show, his nickname would be Badass. Oh, you're gone.
Okay, I'm back.
I didn't realize you were gone. I found out B.A.
Wait, what do you mean you didn't realize I was gone?
I kept talking.
Oh,
I didn't.
So I said 1 second, and then I got up.
I found out that B.A. Baracus is the character he played on A-Team. That's how I know. That's why I thought that was his real name.
Oh, you thought his real?
Yeah, I thought that was his name.
I know there's a song on this album I had called "The Simpsons Testify," which was like a compilation album of songs from The Simpsons from like around the 2000s or whatever. Probably more like late 2000s.
The song "Testify."
Oh, you actually remember the song "Testify"?
Yeah, "Testify." I've seen that episode recently.
What the hell?
I
don't think I've seen any Simpsons episodes recently.
He's like, "We'll see you at Makeout Creek," and then he's
what?
Later on, that during the song,
I don't remember that lyric.
Maybe it's cut up from the album version, but Milhouse.
This was like one of the first albums I ever had. Was this album?
Milhouse is like, "The girls all think that I'm a geek." Then Bart removes his glasses. He says, "Now you'll get the girls you seek." And then Sherry and Terry say, "We'll see you at Makeout Creek." And then later on in the episode, Milhouse is like hurt or whatever, and he whispers, "Bury me at Makeout Creek." And that's like the name of a really popular indie album now, and it's like,
what? "Bury me at Makeout Creek"?
Yeah, and it's like a quote from this kind of bad episode of The Simpsons, and it's very funny.
Not a good time for Simpsons episodes, but there were a lot of musicals in that time, and so that's why there's this album.
I can really appreciate that period of Simpsons more now because
now they're just even more like they were at least trying stuff. Now they're just completely phoned in.
Well, it's just like the reason why people didn't like those episodes, I think.
Listeners, if you tuned in to hear about this bonus strip, I apologize.
Well, it's because they got such a kick out of like fucking with the audience and just cheesing it in, like phoning it in a way that it seems like it was funny to the writers at the time. Like, oh, look how.
Wait, what do you mean phoning it in?
Like all of the jokes from that period are like, oh, look at how lazy we're being.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't remember that.
You remember the ending of Das Bus where they get stuck on a island, or where the kids all get stuck on an island and it just fades to black and it says. And
that was early. That's like the golden age.
11. No.
No way. Season 11. It was like season 10.
No. Das Bus was fun.
I mean, you would know better probably. No, season 9. It's the golden age.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Better example.
I knew because I had seasons 6 to 10.
Okay,
well, on DVD. I know I had that.
That's the start of it because they start to.
But that was like
stuff like that more regularly.
I'm pretty sure that's like a respected joke.
I don't know. I know a lot of people who are like that's the exact moment I stopped respecting the show.
People love that episode, I thought.
I don't. But a better example from the period describing is the ending of Missionary Impossible, where Homer and this little native girl called Lisa Jr. are about to be killed by lava or whatever, and it just cuts away. And it's like, ha ha ha, that wacky Homer, says some TV.
That's also funny though, but all right. And it's kind of reusing the same joke.
It's reusing, and the episode, what's it called? Skinner's Sense of Snow is also just like full of, we hate the fact that you're invested in any of these characters.
I do remember hearing on a commentary, which I don't listen to a lot of commentaries, but I remember maybe it wasn't even a commentary, it's just like behind the scenes, they were looking at a clip and pausing and drawing on the screen or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I do remember. I think back to this often without like really remembering exactly what it was said, but they said something like about this type of joke called like a screw the audience joke.
Yeah, screw the audience joke. Yeah. They got really addicted to them in the teen era, and people don't like seasons. Them because people don't like them because
feels so long ago now.
Screwing the audience. But like, I just absolutely am in love with the fact that the show was for a couple of seasons.
The episode I remember them saying this with is like a beloved episode in the golden era. Simpsons.
Yeah, well, I mean they always did it, but when it came to the teens, it got really excessive to a point where, like, most people turned off. But I was like, oh man,
that's
is full of hatred, and I like it.
Are you sure it's not just because that's the era that we had as a kid?
Well, I mean, I liked those episodes as a kid, but then there was a point where I was like, no, these are bad because the jokes don't care.
Your jokes are bad and you should feel bad.
But I've been rewatching them lately with this newfound appreciation that I don't think I would have ever picked up on as a kid or whenever I was watching them beforehand. I think they're genuinely good in how they, are fucking with you. Simpsons, guys. Everyone should watch The Simpsons. If you haven't already, give it a shot.
Quit your jibber
jabber. Thank you, Mr. T. You've been listening to The Simpsons.
No, this is still part of this. We can't make a bonus episode out of a bonus episode. I think that's crossing the line.
That's true. Okay, let's just whether we get.
I had to get my Mr. T in a pocket. Wait, I said that in the album Testify, there's a song where there's like celebrities singing or whatever, and I remember I don't remember what episode this song is from, but there's a line in one of the songs where he's like, "Remember, fool, I was B.A. Baracus." I don't remember that.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember. I feel like
I love that though. That seems like it would be in Missionary Impossible because that had a lot of celebrity appearances in it.
But it wasn't the actual. It wasn't the actual celebrities. Like it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. in Missionary Impossible, it's not actually celebrity. It's like,
oh wait, Mr. T did have a cartoon where he fought crime. I forgot.
Yeah,
he had a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Oh my god, I completely forgot. And that's kind of what Mike Tyson Mysteries is parodying.
Yeah.
I mean, as well as like other stuff, but like, yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. No, but I feel like they should bring it back as like a tongue-in-cheek thing. But maybe he's too old.
I agree. I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going on in Mr. T's head?
It's just, you look at a scan of his brain, it's just a bunch of T's.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with the letter T.
Fools.
I pity the T.
That's the name of his memoir. I pitied fools.
I pitied fools. No, what was that way you rephrased it? Like, he's like, I don't even.
Fuck. He's like, he feels content for Mr. Fool. He's
content?
Like, contempt, I think.
Contempt.
I don't know.
Contempt. Like, yeah, that also feels wrong.
He's like, but he said to Mr. Fool, he's like, "Oh, Mr. Fool, you are such a lowly creature," or whatever.
That's a great name for a. That should be like Mr. T should release like a slam poetry album called "Oh Mr. Fool, I pity you so." Anyway, we're Mr. Fool.
Yeah, we're
Mr. Fool. We're so foolish, in fact, that we didn't even say like the premise of this episode. So,
I'm full. That's enough podcasting for me.
we missed an episode. We missed an episode that's not like part of the timeline, the canon, whatever.
It's an April Fool's special.
We did the April Fool's actual episode, and it was like not very foolish. Turns out there was another strip.
Mr. T.
No, Mr. T. There was another strip on. Do you think he hasn't? Has he like done like a I pity April Fools or anything like that?
Probably. I mean,
Mr. T should do an April Fool's special.
He's probably done a fucking greeting card.
That's what. Wait, that's what they should do. Is they should have a Mr. T animated series reunion special on Adult Swim, where that's like from the writers of Mike Tyson Mysteries. That's what they should do. Anyway,
I agree.
Anyway, we missed an episode that because it's like if you're looking at the strips on, it's not on the website, it's not on the Patreon, it's not in the book. It's like if you're looking at the strips, there's a quote tweet of the first Mr. Whoop strip from Justin McElroy of the podcast My Brother
McElroy.
And he quote tweeted the first Mr. Whoop strip and said, "This is for you." And then Alec Robbins replied, these were all on April 1st, all these tweets. Alec Robbins replied, "Justin, thank you for helping me spread awareness of my beautiful marriage." And there's an electries after Justin and marriage.
Marital status drop.
Yeah.
Quote retweet marital status drop.
And then Justin replied, "No, I'm not just tweeting about your comic to get closer to your wife. I don't know why you keep saying that." And then Alec Robbins replied with, "The strip we'll be discussing, this bonus strip, it's not in any of the books, I don't think. It's not on the Patreon, it's not on the site. It's only in this tweet, but it's
before. I'm not looking at it, but I can visualize it. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what this is."
So 4 panels. It's not often we discuss a strip in a bonus episode.
Yeah, it's usually some bullshit.
Yeah. We still got to record that Space Jam episode.
I refused.
I still got to upload that vinyl episode.
We did a vinyl episode? Oh, vinyl.
Being Mr. Vinyl, yeah. Patreon exclusive. This one's not Patreon exclusive. So you got all that bonus Mr. T stuff for free.
Really? I thought this was Patreon exclusive.
No, we can't. We have to document this strip for the listeners.
Okay.
We only do bonus episodes of like when we start a bonus episode long tangent about on Mr. T. But since it's already a bonus episode, we're not doing that. So
let's make it a 2-parter. Part 1, this is all the Mr. T talk. Part
No,
2,
no,
this
no, no.
you want to hit?
No, no. And you know what? Fine. We're gonna take. I'm gonna post this one like after we finish book 1. Actually, I think is what I'm gonna do.
Great.
Yeah. Anyway, 4 panels. That we got the flapper shot. For the first 3 panels.
I can't see the strip. Have you posted it yet?
I linked it to you.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Okay.
No, I didn't. There we go.
Oh.
I thought I pressed enter, but it just created another line of text.
Well. So
panel 1, we see Alec sitting at a surface. It's like a Garfield type surface, you know, countertop.
I wonder if his signature will appear in this surface.
What do you mean?
Because Jim Davis used the surface, the tabletop, to put his signature in. We talked about it in my Jim Davis week.
Surface level. Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying that. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, what's his face said it. The other one, not me, John.
Whoever it was, whatever his name is.
I don't know, Jim.
So we got standard countertop position here. Mm-hmm. No, it's the flapper shot. It's the flapper shot. So the flapper shot is Alec sitting at a counter, looking at a laptop with like a Windows logo on it. I would say that's the Windows logo. It's simplified, simply drawn Windows logo.
Oh, don't you just hate it when logos get simplified? Am I right, fellas?
This is the most simplified Windows logo. It's just a square into 4 sections. No colors or anything.
It's definitely not obnoxious to keep hearing about it. I'll tell you that much.
But they are ugly though.
Yeah, they are ugly, but I'm like, I saw one.
No, I'm okay with people keep complaining about it because the trend fucking sucks.
I mean,
it looks awful.
I think the thing that really got me was people decided to use it to like refer to things that aren't even being simplified. In context I've seen, like there was. I'm gonna send you something I saw recently. This might take a while.
All right. Well, Alec is looking.
Keep going.
Alec is looking down at this laptop. He's got his little claw hands over the edge. We don't see his arms. They're just like little hands peering out over the edge of the counter because he's so short.
So teeny.
He's looking at his laptop and he's got a speech bubble that says, "Honey, Justin McElroy just tweeted about us." And there's an electries.
I thought it was pronounced McElroy.
Huh?
I thought it was pronounced McElroy.
What did I say?
McElroy.
I don't fucking know. Justin McDonald just tweeted about us, and there's there's an electries after honey. And there's a speech bubble coming off from the left of the panel, off screen. We don't see who's saying it.
It could be anyone.
The speech bubble reads, "Aw, that's sweet." The "aw" has 3 W's. Panel 2, same shot, flapper shot, but Alec is like shrugging. He's got his wife face on. He's looking over to the left, presumably at Betty, since that seems to be. I mean, maybe he's talking to. So he's looking at his computer and he's saying honey. Maybe he's talking about our sponsor, honey.
Oh,
go look. No.
There's literally no reason why you shouldn't be using honey. Okay. So anyway,
there's literally no reason that you should be using honey because it doesn't do shit.
It never gives me anything. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, my point is,
we're never gonna be sponsored with them now. Are we allowed? I don't think we're allowed to have sponsors, are we?
We're sponsored by Pitstrop.
Yeah, that's the only thing we're. Oh, and this this is also a bonus. No, wait, it's not Patreon exclusive, so it's fine.
So basically, I stopped liking the simplified logo complaints when I saw this thumbnail. Logos that got simplified part 5. I'm like, what?
That's the opposite of what happened. It's Skittles. Yeah, it's the Skittles logo. It was like plain text. Then it came slanted with a logo with like a rainbow, and then circle red background, and then Skittles incorporated into the logo with like a even more dynamic rainbow with Skittles floating in it. I think that's like the opposite of simplified. That's like Skittleification.
People are gonna start using simplified just to mean changed. But I'm like,
the Skittles logo didn't become simplified; it just became gayer.
Exactly. Except during Pride Month, where it gets straighter for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's I can't. That's so funny that Skittles of all brands does that, because they're such a bizarre, like, their advertising and stuff is like so weird and like, and then
speaking of weird advertising, I fucking saw an advert today on television that was like a bear advert, but it was using the title track from Plantasia as background music. You heard Plantasia? You aware of this? Hear about this? Plantasia?
I think we need this. We need this, Mr. Gino.
You don't want to get into being Plantasia?
I don't know. I guess I saw part of it as a kid. I don't know.
Plantasia.
Plantasia?
Yeah, it's an album.
No.
Of like instrumental synth music.
Synth music?
Yeah, synthesizer.
Synth music.
And it's like really relaxing, and it was released in 1976, and no one bought it because it was only sold in like
simp music because it's simplified.
Yeah, but it was only sold in like florist stores, and so it was really obscure. But in like the last 10 years, it's gained this huge cult following, and then now I saw a bear advert using it. It's some of the most beautiful music in the world, though. It's great. Plantasia, a recommendation of a now very popular album from me. Anyway, keep going. Where were we?
So he's looking over to the left. The right, sorry. I said left before. It's the right. I get these mixed up.
Me too.
I'm 23 years old.
I've done it several times on this podcast.
Yeah.
I think I've done it every time on this podcast.
I don't know. I have to like look down what hand I write with. He's shrugging. He's got his hands like out.
I just have to memorize it.
As he's shrugging, white face, looking over to the right, he's saying, "It seems like even the bourgeoisie podcast elite can't resist the appeal of our steamy marriage." He's, of course, referring to us.
Yeah. I mean, obviously. Two smucks from being Jim Davis. He was talking about.
Yeah, we're from being Jim Davis.
Oh my God, Ryan Pfeiffer from being Jim Davis.
Oh my God, Ryan Pfeiffer from Semi-Sweet Gaming. Oh my God, Lisa Dupe from Being Jim Davis. Being Mr. Boom. Look at how his keychain looks like that like S that people draw in notebooks, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
The Stussy S.
See that? Doesn't it look like
that? Yeah. I'm familiar. I'm familiar both with keychains and the S.
That's what keychain loops look like. There's a speech bubble coming off from the right.
If you want to know what Ryan was talking about, imagine a keychain.
Yeah.
It looks like every other keychain.
Pull out a keychain that you have and look at the ring part of the keychain, and then look for the seam part or whatever it is. You know, the part where you put where you loop things into it.
This is the worst. This is the worst diversion we've ever done.
Who listened to this podcast?
Have you ever really?
No, shut up,
man.
Shut up. There's a speech bubble coming off off the right that says, "What is he saying?" And there's an electoral heart after that.
Mm-hmm.
I've done like half of this. You do the other half.
Panel 3.
Same shot.
Alec is still looking.
It's the flapper shot again.
It's a flapper shot. Alec is looking at his computer.
Laptop.
And he's squinting. He's squinting at his laptop.
And gritting his teeth.
Actually, I think he's trying to steal you away like Bugs Bunny was.
That's what his speech bubble says. There's another speech bubble coming out from the right again.
Betty Boot's speech bubble says, "Well, remember how we solved that." Bum, 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 bum.
And there's an electoral heart after that.
Yeah.
And also, we assume it's Betty Boop. And now in panel 4,
It could be Griffin McElroy.
His Alex Honey, Griffin McElroy. Wait, oh no, never mind. That gets weird. Never mind.
It all gets weird.
No, that would get no. But if that's Griffin talking, that never mind.
What?
We're not making that joke.
Oh, incest. Are we thinking about incest here, or what? Shut up! I don't know what we're talking about. Okay. Thank you, Mr. T. So
it cuts to Betty. So it was Betty talking. We see Betty
wearing she's wearing a different outfit from normal. She's wearing trousers, pants, if you will,
sweatpants. And I would say. Well,
a t-shirt,
just pants. Her arms are so fucking skinny. She's wearing a short sleeve t-shirt, and we see her arms. She needs to start lifting. We've seen her lifting before, and she has like huge muscles. This is not canon. This is not canon.
Anyway, she's wearing a t-shirt that says Monster Factory, which is the only McElroy content I've consumed other than Griffin's Amiibo Corner. You seen Griffin's Amiibo Corner?
I don't watch Polygon. I've seen like maybe a few of those. Brian, what is his name?
Yeah, Byron David Gilbert.
Brian or Byron?
Brian David Gilbert. Brian David Gilbert. That's his British cousin.
Brian.
Anyway, I recommend watching Griffin's Amiibo Corner.
Enough with the recommendations.
Hey man, this isn't the Australian podcast suggestible. But they suggest things for you to watch.
Why would that need to be a podcast?
It is. Because it's basically a spin-off from two other hosts, and they're married and whatever.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I listened to a podcast called "Is This Good," which is the same premise.
Yeah. Well, the whole point is the dynamic.
Is this good? Good. Yes.
Premise. Anyway,
go check out "Is This Good."
Go check out Griffin's Amiibo Corner. He reviews.
They don't actually. Is This Good is a defunct podcast, but it's still fun.
He reviews amiibos by how well they fit in his mouth, and there's only about 10 episodes.
Oh yeah. He also reviews bananas, but that way.
I don't remember. I don't remember that. I haven't seen that series in a long time, but it was funny.
I just know there's the image set of him eating a banana.
Could be unrelated.
You've seen it. Don't act. You've seen it.
Anyway.
You've seen the image set of him eating a banana. Don't act.
Oh man, and we've all seen the image set of him eating a banana.
Don't give me no back talk, sucker.
Anyway, Monster Factory is good as well.
Oh my god! Enough about Monster Factory.
Let's just start a McElroy podcast. Who cares?
What?
Who gives a shit?
There's enough of those. There's a surplus of those. The world has no need for more McElroy podcasts.
Let's do one just about how much we like Travis McElroy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Travis.
I didn't say anything.
First name, Mr. Middle name, period. Last name, T.
That's the wrong button. That was the wrong button.
Don't make me mad.
Okay. Betty says, it's time to have a freeway with Justin McElroy.
That's what her speech bubble says.
Oh.
What?
Okay, never mind. No, never.
Oh, that's what that was. It was a speech bubble.
This is just, I thought, in my mind, I don't know why, I thought this was Travis McElroy was the one who retweeted it. Even when I saw it said Griffin in the front, in the first, it said Justin in the first one. Fuck, man, I'm sorry.
No, you were thinking of the. You were thinking of the. No, you were thinking of the fourth McElroy brother, Byron.
Byron
McElroy.
Anyway,
Byron McDonald.
I thought that
our new original being Mr. Boop character, Byron McDonald.
And in my head, when I saw the first panel, it just swapped out for Travis instead of Justin. And
if you literally scroll up, you see a picture of Justin McElroy on the other tweets.
I'm not looking at the other tweets. I'm just looking at the image you sent. I'm looking at the image. But then on the final panel, I thought it said Griffin. But I looked and they both
like having
Justin.
A stroke.
That's it. That's probably it.
There's a little speech bubble.
Too many McElroys. Who's the old man who plays D&D with them?
There's a little speech bubble coming out from the left corner, bottom left corner. It just says "okay." I assume that's,
which is how I feel about this strip.
I assume that's Alec talking. Yeah, I mean it's a bonus strip. What do you want?
It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this was a good one.
You've been listening. You've been listening to Being Mr. Fool.
I think I hosted this one, but whatever.
No.
Hey, you've been listening to Being Mr. Fool, featuring the original character, B.A. Baracus.
No, Byron McDonald.
The B.A. stands for bad attitude, but I think it stands for badass in reality. You can visit the show's website. Thank you, B.A. Can I call you B.A. or?
It stands for bowel improvement.
Okay.
That was maybe one of the dumbest things I've ever said.
You're listening to this on Patreon, so you know.
No, it's not on Patreon.
This isn't on Patreon.
We literally went over this earlier in the episode. Oh my god, how long is this one? Oh no. Okay, good. Half of that was another bonus episode.
Patreon? Okay.
Listen to our bonus episode about what was it? Fruit.
Okay.
Fruit winders. Fruit winders. Sure. We got other bonus episodes that works. Fill the time.
And more interesting ones.
Don't listen to the vinyl one.
Is it coherent? I've not.
It's coherent. It's just very boring. Good. I'm really selling our Patreon, huh? Are we done yet?
Yeah, we're done. I closed the episode. I pity the fool.
Thank you and good night.
In love with you.
Thank you and good night.
Oh, I pity the fool. That's a song by Bobby Blue Bland.
Shut up, fool.
I pity the
fool. This podcast was brought to you by the Pitch Drop Podcast Network. Like what you just heard? Support the show by going to patreon.com/pitchdrop. And while you're at it, check out pitchdrop.net for more of this and other shows.